Hello everyone, Glorious King Gabe here, and welcome to Gabe's Custom Railway Workshop. I finally get to talk about my very first Thomas the Tank Engine custom character. That character being Reginald. Being my first Thomas custom character, his basis is kinda lazy, as you can see. He's basically a recolor of Thomas, or in this case, a renumbered LBSC Thomas. Thomas is a variation of the London, Brighton, and South Coast Railway E2. My story for him goes that Reginald was supposed to be an original version of the E2, one without the side tanks. And then when he got preserved, he was rebuilt to the same version that Thomas is. Fun fact, before there was a Wooden Railway Reginald, I made a Tomy Reginald. I've made 2 videos about Tomy Reginald, and I'll leave links to both of those videos down in the description. He's made out of a Thomas Wood Thomas, specifically the 2019 version. He's painted in dark green, specifically the Testor's Gloss Green. I started with the body, then I moved on to the wheels. Next came the lining and the windows. For some reason I gave him yellow windows, but eventually I changed them to white. Like with my LBSC Thomas, Reginald's rims were painted white. Then I started painting the LBSC. Then I painted the lining on his boiler, the sides of his running board, the yellow parts of the LBSC, his number 72, and his whistles. I made his dome using air-dried clay, but that broke off, so I had to make another one. To differentiate Reginald from a Wood Thomas, I repainted his eyebrows and repainted his mouth. And thus, he was completed. At the time, I was very proud to have a Wooden Railway version of my first custom character. The first version of him was completed in 2019. In 2020, he received some minor updates. More specifically, golden whistles, a lamp, and backlining. Also a back lamp. And for the longest time, he was like this. That was until I noticed the imperfections in him. Like the boiler lining was too thick, the LBSC was crooked on the right side, and a little faded on the left side, and I didn't like the look of his eyebrows. When the paint on his wheels started to chip, that's when I decided it was time for Reginald to receive a repaint. He was given a thinner set of boiler lining, neater looking LBSCs and 72s that matched both sides, and his wheels were repainted. To prevent the paint from chipping on the wheels, I coated them with clear nail polish. I took off the old eyebrows and gave him bigger, neater looking eyebrows. If you look at Reginald in 2020 and then look at him in 2022, he looks so much better in 2022, and I'm so glad I decided to do that repaint. I forgot to mention, like Viola and Benjamin, Reginald's name is painted on the bottom of his chassis. At first it was all in lowercase, but now it's all uppercase to match the official Thomas Wooden Railway. He also has a nice little 72 on his right side. I am very happy with my Thomas Wooden Railway Reginald. Even though he's not my most creative custom character, and sadly he's no longer my favorite, he's still my very first custom Thomas character, and he still holds a special place in my heart. I have an announcement to make. Reginald is no longer an LBSC E2. Reginald, along with Benjamin, have been updated to not be siblings to Thomas and Edward respectively. However, Benjamin still is an 040, just a different class, and Reginald is still an 060, once again a different class. So, what type of engine is Reginald now? And what does the new Thomas Wooden Railway Reginald look like? But that's a video for another day. Tell me what you think of Reginald in the comments down below. Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, thanks for visiting Gabe's Custom Railway Workshop.